Saturday, September 3rd, WWE Clash at the Castle in the UK. One of the biggest events ever in their history, and you know it's going to be an absolute banger, how Sheamus liked to say it on SmackDown, because the card is well balanced, it's hard hitting, and there could be some significant surprises. We already had one before with Karrion Kross coming to town. Will he have some sort of role being played in the main event of that match? There has been teases throughout SmackDown and Monday Night Raw. And of course, we could see the potential return of Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is going to happen, but the WWE has been doing some teases recently, and it makes me think that there is a significant chance. But a lot of people want to talk about the matches, and man, are there ever some matches on this card. Gunther versus Sheamus, probably one of my most anticipated matches of my entire life. This match is going to be one of the most vicious, physical, hard-hitting matches we have ever seen in the WWE. We've had Gunther versus Dragunov on NXT and in WWE UK, but there's something special about these hard-hitting brawler types, and you just know, especially after their SmackDown confrontation where they're just staring at each other, poking holes at each other while everything is going crazy around them. The build has been perfect. The hype has been perfect. And for me personally, I think Gunther takes this one. But you know that Sheamus is going to look like $1 million in this match. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be an absolute war. Now, this match is very intriguing because I believe there's two possibilities that the WWE could go with this one. You have Liv Morgan, who could retain, and then you could have a nice partnership with Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler together because it adds more flair to that tag team division. Or you could have Shayna Baszler win, and of course, Ronda Rousey then has a nice feud with Shayna Baszler, kind of putting over both competitors. Personally, I would like to see Shayna Baszler win and a Ronda Rousey feud and eventually get together. Because even though I love Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey right now has looked as good as she's ever looked, and it's a good time to kind of use that momentum with Shayna Baszler, and you could have some nice chemistry going on there with a potential big build-up and feud. Now, here's an interesting matchup. You have Bianca Belair with Alexa Bliss and Asuka against Dakota Kai, Io Sky, and Bayley, the new faction that was created just recently. And the reason why this is such an important match is because when you put a new group together, I think it's incredibly important to have them win their original first match. You need to build that momentum, and what better way of building momentum against three incredible ladies in Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and Bianca Belair, who's the Raw Women's Championship. There could be some shenanigans going on in this match, but I do have the new trio taking this one. Which leads us to the delayed matchup of Riddle versus Seth Rollins. And what's interesting about this match is it was actually supposed to happen on the last pay-per-view when they had a pretty significant build. Yes, they've still been building it, but it just kind of slowed down a bit. I still think this is going to be an incredible match, and I think the people in the UK especially are going to love this one. Two of the better ring workers in the WWE. I do have Riddle taking this one. Which leads us to the big one. Roman Reigns, the Bloodline, with the help of Sami Zayn. The build has been so good, and they have honestly made Drew McIntyre look like a completely different superstar since this build started taking place, and the damage he's been taking place as well has been pretty evident with Drew taking just lashings, and you can see the amount of physical tenacity that he has been bringing into this. Which leads to the big question. Who is going to be coming out as the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion? Or maybe we're going to get a split of the belts, some sort of shenanigans at the very end of this match. Who knows? But I know one thing for sure. The WWE, the UK crowd is going to go absolutely ballistic if Drew McIntyre raises the belts and is the champion. I almost sound like Daniel Bryan there as a heel for a second. But I still honestly, truly believe that they're setting up Roman Reigns versus The Rock in the future, especially that LA show. And if they don't split them up and they decide to have both those titles still on Roman, I believe Roman takes this one, holds the championships in the air, It's going to be a great show, guys. And I also think it's important to mention is what's Edge and the Judgment Day's involvement going to be in the show. There's probably going to be a match confirmed on the next Monday Night Raw with Beth Phoenix getting involved last week. There's still some more mystery to unwrap here. And I am curious exactly what they're going to do. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed the predictions. I hope everybody has a great day.